Every time you get behind the wheel of a motor vehicle, you need to be protected. Across the United States, there are over 6 million motor vehicle accidents each year. That's more than $230 billion in financial costs. As a driver, each day you run the risk of being the victim of an accident. It's never expected, and it can change your life. If you're ever involved in a motor vehicle accident, there are important steps to take to ensure you are protected. Let's talk to one of our experienced local attorneys who can tell you more.
Well, the moment after a collision, the first thing you should try to do is relax and calm down. Many people become very excited, and some would step out of the car. Sometimes you're angry. You got to be careful about stepping into traffic. You're not thinking about that at that moment. So take a breath and try to observe where you are and where things lie. At that point, you need to communicate with the other driver or drivers, find out if there are serious injuries. If anyone's injured at all, or if there's any significant property damage, you should call the police.
What's most important for us to have is the driver's license plate number. If you can get the other driver's name, information off of a driver's license, including driver's license number, that would help us identify that individual later on and their insurance company in case there's a claim that needs to be brought.
The most common mistake that I think people make is they feel bad that the accident happened, and sometimes people are apologetic even though they weren't at fault. Oftentimes we've heard that people say, well, you're partially at fault just for being there. That's not true. All right? You're only at fault if you did something wrong which contributed to the accident. So I would say the first thing that jumps out in my mind is a mistake that people make is they're apologetic when they shouldn't be. You can be thoughtful and considerate, but don't apologize unless you did something wrong.
So it's really important right after that accident, even if you're not feeling you're injured, to get the information from the other driver. So in case something does develop or you locate property damage that you didn't think was there on your vehicle, that you can get that information and be able to bring the claim later on. Many times people will leave the scene of the accident thinking they're not hurt, and then they don't know who caused the accident. They didn't get the information from the other driver. You may want to take photographs with a camera. Many times nowadays people have their cell phone with them and they have the capability of taking pictures. You want to take pictures of the location of the vehicles, the damage to the vehicles, because that can assist an attorney later on in helping determine fault and how the accident happened. If a dispute arises, those photographs can be extremely valuable in determining, again, the person who's at fault.
Once the police arrive at the scene, they'll take control, and you'll just cooperate with the police and give them the information that they need. After you've secured medical care, if you're injured, you should go to the hospital and be checked out. If it's severe, then they'll keep you. If they send you home, then you should call an attorney. Anyone in the personal injury business, on both sides, frankly, even the adjusters and from the insurance company and the attorneys representing plaintiffs, will tell you you're better off hiring a lawyer. A lot of people think, well, I can do it myself, I won't have to pay a lawyer, and I'll come out ahead at the end. That's not true. In fact, most lawyers who are in accidents still go out and hire an attorney. The reason for that is the insurance companies don't take cases serious when there's not an attorney representing the claimant. They know they don't have to pay full value or anything close to it if the person's not really going to press this into litigation. If you haven't even hired a lawyer, they really don't take the case serious. Even if you are a lawyer and you know what you're doing, you're not going to represent yourself at trial.
So it's important that if you're injured and the victim in a motor vehicle accident, that you contact an experienced attorney who knows the law.